We're going to take a look at Cate's butterfly below the water. Again, run it real quick in full speed so we can kind of see the rhythm of her stroke. So the big thing I'm noticing is pretty typical of athletes of this level, and that's a mistiming on the kick. And this is one of the big things that we do with our drills that we're constantly trying to address is proper timing of the kick. Now, she has a really solid butterfly considering she has this mistiming, but it's something we definitely need to correct. Right now, she's kicking when her hand enters, then she's gliding, kicking a second time, and then pulling. It's like a one pull, two kick butterfly. What we want to do to keep our hands moving is kick as our hands enter, kick as our hands push back in the back half of the pull. So let's go ahead and watch it at quarter speed so we can see there's kick one as she drives, kick two at the front of the pull, and then nothing. So she has nothing helping drive her forward after she starts her pull. We want to kick here, and here is where the second kick needs to be. So kick, 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 kick. So it's really just a mistiming of that kick. And what it does is it'll help her tie that second kick into her actual pull. So she'll have a lot more propulsion that will allow her to get a lot more speed and keep the speed more constant. Right now she's doing like a glide with a kick. So it's like a lot of momentum at the front end of the stroke, and then she's just relying on arm power alone to pull her forward. Something to work on. It's one of the big things we do, and our single arm butterfly drill is really good. We do that a lot. We do that every fly practice pretty much, and the whole focus is getting the kids to get those kicks in the right spot. So here we go. Kick, kick, pull. She's getting plenty of power from her kick. It's just we need to get one at the front, one at the back, and get rid of that pause. Let's shoot back. So, really like her butterfly. Watch her hands. She does a really good job sweeping, but we're not getting our hands quite close enough. So here she goes, sweeping out, sweeping in. Now, she does better than most kids. She's got actually a pretty good position here, but we still have about a foot of water between these hands. Okay, still got some space. Okay, really top-end butterflies are going to close that space. You want to think about, or she needs to think about her hands going from two paddles on the first sweep when we get our head up into one big paddle as we push back and push our chin forward across the water. So it's two paddles on the front end of the pole. That's the sweep. Then we get one big paddle, get our hands together, and push underneath our body to finish that pull. And that'll give us a big power boost. And you see that in all the good butterflyers. They're getting those hands close together under the body. Jumping forward. She's a real nice head position. Keeps that head down. Again, really strong kick. It's just mistimed. But you can see how her momentum stops when she goes up. See how she runs out of... She kind of goes up and then settles back down. It's because there's no second kick to push her forward. All right, going into the turn. Still see that space between the hands. All right, she's going to bring her feet under. I like it so far. Here's where things kind of go off. She doesn't get a solid plant. So keep a close eye on her feet. As she goes to push off, she's not going to get a solid plant, and she's going to be twisting as she pushes off. So you're going to see her kind of drift at a weird angle off this wall. She's not going to come off with a whole lot of power. So you see her back foot? Her back foot is way too far behind her, so she's already twisting. She's kind of in a weird position. she needs the feet to be a little bit more off center. So her feet should actually be somewhere up here on the wall in front of her. That'll give her a much more solid push off. Right now, her feet are actually, one of her feet is underneath her hips, the other one's back behind her hips. So you really, if you're turning left like she turns on her turn, she needs to put the feet off center to the left. So I would be aiming, if she's turning in the exact same spot, she should be trying to put her feet on the wall in this position, this upper left corner of that cross. And what that'll do is it'll allow her to plant her feet solid so she can get a good push off. Let's move forward a little bit as she drives off the wall. See, just not getting a really strong push off, not for as powerful as she is. Head's a little up in this streamline. You can see her hair and her cap. I can read the CSP. Her arms, her head needs to be more tucked. We need those arms along the C on that cap. It needs to be behind her head. Her bicep should be squeezing the back of her head right behind the ears. And right now, it's in her head position is solid. It's just her arms aren't quite tucked back along the back of the head enough. Again, solid breakouts. Good pull. We just need to get those hands a little bit closer together. I really like that sweep out front. The sweep is the best part. Just needs to bring them in. Out around just like that, and just get those thumbs a little closer together. So Cate has a really solid foundation for a butterfly. She's got a really good kick, but we got to get the timing of the kick right. Her turns need a little work. She's misplacing her feet. She's putting them directly underneath her, trying to get her feet directly underneath her. She needs to get those feet, if she opens to the left, she needs to get the feet on the left side of that cross, off center. Her feet should not be directly underneath her. They should actually be set to the side a little bit so she can get her legs to the wall and get a solid plant with her feet. Streamline looked good. We just need to get it further back on the top of her head. Head position looks good. Timing on the breath looks really good. Comes up a little too high for the breath, as we saw in the over the water video. Her sweep with her arms, though, is really, really excellent. So by and large, she has some of the better fundamentals of the kids in the group who are new to the group. Really, the only thing that we really need to focus on in the immediate short term is the kick, the timing. It's not the power. She's got plenty of power, but we need timing. We need to get that second kick away from the front of the stroke and get it back towards the end of the pole. So just shifting that will make a huge difference in that butterfly. But I really like where she's at right now, and a lot of what we focus on in this group is stuff that's going to help her. So keep up the good work, and I look forward to seeing her at practice tonight.